If y'all been watching this channel, y'all know I'm very hard on Jaime Munguia. I've been on record as calling him the biggest duck in boxing. But I'm starting to reconsider that. After his last performance, I did a little bit of closer look into his record. And I'm starting to realize maybe it's that Golden Boy is moving him a certain way to get his name out there. So when he gets to the negotiating table, maybe he can have a leverage on the other person, the other fighter. And so what I saw when I looked into his boxing record was his last 9 fights have all been in different locations. So 9 fights ago, his fight was in Vegas. Then the fight after that was in Houston. Then the fight after that, Monterrey. Then Carson, California. Then San Antonio. Then Indio, California. Then El Paso. Then Anaheim. And then just recently in his last fight, Tijuana. So I think they just want to get him familiar with the Mexican community. All the places I mentioned have a very large Mexican population, and some of the fights were actually in Mexico, like his last previous fight. So I think they're just trying to get his name out. And do they think he can beat an Andrade, who he's been the mandatory and has been let 2 fighters skip over him to fight mandatory? Can he beat Andrade? I don't know if Golden Boy is 100% sure on that. So they're not in a rush to make that fight. They'd rather get Munguia to get his name out there. Can he beat Charlo? I doubt it, but hey, you never know. He's ranked number 1 in the WBC. They're not going to petition to become the mandatory. They're going to wait. And all this waiting seems like it's about to work. Because from the looks of it is Andrade's going to move up to 168. So that belt's going to be vacant. So maybe he could become a champion by fighting for a vacant title in Janibek. And I believe that the fight against Janibek is actually an easier fight than a fight with Andrade. That's just my opinion. So I think strategy-wise, that is a wiser move. And then once you have that WBO strap, you can negotiate with the other champions and have leverage. Be like, well, you're a champion and I'm a champion too, so maybe the split should go this way. Maybe the split should go that way. And then we can go off who's more popular. Also, if he goes the WBC route, what if Jamal Charlo gets the call to fight Canelo and he moves up to 168? He vacates that belt. He has to fight Carlos Adames. Carlos Adames, my Dominican brother, that will be a fight for the vacant WBC, and the same thing will happen. He will be fighting for a vacant belt, and then he'll have leverage against whoever else has a belt or whatever top contender wants to fight him. And he's also, a lot of people don't know, he's ranked number 2 in the WBA. So if he wants to go that route for whatever reason, who's ranked number 1 is Chris Eubank. Chris Eubank is a very popular fighter in the UK, so I can see that somehow playing up into popularity, and he can make that an eliminator and then maybe fight Murata, or maybe by that point Murata and Triple G would have fought, and let's say Triple G won, he can become the mandatory for Triple G. So he has options. So now, again, taking a step back, do I still think he's a ducker? Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, you were champion at 154, you moved up to 160, and you've been dragging your feet in fighting Andrade. You know what I'm saying? So I still think he's the biggest duck in boxing. But I do see the strategy in what Golden Boy is doing with his career. And I just felt like this video was necessary after this performance, his last fight. A lot of people were disappointed with the opponent. You know, how he came out, didn't really feel like he gave a good effort. But that's not on Munguia. Munguia came out and he did what he had to do. I actually did like what I saw. I felt like he was on his toes more than he usually is. I also felt like he controlled the distance more than he usually does. I feel like sometimes he's in a rush to make it a firefight. And maybe working with Eric Morales has taught him that, okay, just let the firefight come in as opposed to you rushing it and making it. You know, it'll get there. I felt like he showed a lot of boxing IQ in this last fight. I felt like he was very patient seeing the openings and then eventually landed a big left hook as Ballard was throwing his left hook and caught him and, hurt him real bad and then eventually got the stoppage. But all right, guys, that's my video. Let me know in the comment section. Is Munguia a duck and I'm just making up excuses and there ain't no damn strategy? Or is he a duck, but he's a duck with some strategy and you can see the future, how things will play out for him? But all right, guys, that's my video. Let me know in the comment section. Also, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Also, I go live every single Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. It's a live call-in show. So if you want to call in because I disrespected Munguia or you felt I ain't give him enough credit, you're more than welcome to. But all right, guys, until next time, peace.